Oh yes, the world of modern dating. Now, guys, it's chaotic, to say the least. It's chaotic. We have all of this entitlements. We have all of this promiscuity going around, this degeneracy going around because of social media, because the platforms like OnlyFans giving these type of women a platform, unfortunately, most men are supporting it. I don't know why. Don't ask me why they're supporting something they can get for absolutely free. I didn't say that. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you subscribe. Welcome to GG Goals and Growth. Make sure your post notifications are turned on for updates. Anyhow, let's dive into this. This is from the Whatever podcast. You guys have been really supporting these types of clips. So we're going to start incorporating them more and more. Before we start the video, make sure that you go and check out the GG Discord community that's been newly revamped, newly rebuilt, restructured. This is really a fantastic group of people that you want to become part of. If you are aiming to become the best version you can be every single day, this is the perfect community for you. That's 100% free to join in the description down below. Other than that, let's check it out.
Second date asks you...
Oh, by the way, what's your body count on the first date is what's titled.
Second date asks you, what's your body count?
I obviously,
Would you take an issue with it?
I'm always upfront with everybody that I'm talking about, my friends, my family, everybody. If somebody asks me my body count, like that's something I can't even give because I don't personally know.
God, good lord. She doesn't even have an estimate. Not even an estimate. No. Risky. Let's go.
But I don't think it's a respectful thing.
You think it's not respectful?
Yeah.
You know what else is not respectful?
It's
people being on their phones while we're in the middle of a conversation.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah, you're literally on your phone
so
right now, literally.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so you were on your phone. Okay, so what about you?
I think that body count does matter, and it's indicative of a lot of things. I think that bringing up that conversation, I think if first date, guy just comes off super blunt with it, I'm going to be like, okay, that was distasteful. But I think that if I'm going on a second or let's say third date with somebody, I have significant interest in them because I'm not wasting my time going on a third date with some guy I don't see a future with.
Okay, that's pretty sensible. I do understand that, on the first date it might not be an appropriate thing to ask, but as you get to know the person and you become more interested in the person, obviously, and especially from the male side, you'd want to know, who's been there before me, right? Vice versa as well, but I do think that guys are more bothered with it than women are, so to speak. But sensible answer.
In any sense, and hopefully that's the same back. So if on the third date he asked that question in a respectful sense, then I think that is definitely something that should be disclosed.
First date.
But
first date. He's not being a dickhead about it, but he's just like,
no,
hey, listen,
it's all in delivery. Everything is in delivery.
Okay, here's the framing. It's not like, what's your body count, whore? The framing is, hey, listen, I'm not interested in something casual. I'm looking for something serious. Mm-hmm. I happen to think that body count matters.
Yeah.
Just, it's something that's important to me. I would like to know what your...
Comment down below. How important is this to you? Does body count matter to you on the first date? Let me know in the comment section.
Body count is.
Mm-hmm. Why is it important? Because of everything else we spoke about?
Let me come back to that, but I'll tell you why body count's important. But if he framed it in that way, would that still be disrespectful or rude?
No, I honestly, I think the elegant thing to do would say, okay, well, what's the number that's too high for you? And if he said 5,
then I say
depending
5.
on who I am,
Man,
depending on who I am and
this is the
what my
problem.
actual count is, I would say
that's
thank you so much.
Right there is the problem. That is the problem that most guys are facing, and you're falling for it, bro. You believe them, and in the back of your mind, this doesn't feel right. There's something that she's not telling me. Look how she's acting. Look how she's joking about it. You can pick it up, man. Don't believe everything you hear.
Too high for you. And if he said 5,
Then I say
depending
5.
on who I am. No, depending on who I am and what my actual count is,
Shame.
I would say, thank you so much for taking me out. I'd leave half the bill and I'd leave. Or I would say, my number's under that and I'm glad we both value this thing.
Oh, wow.
What's yours?
You're so cordial.
I mean,
Nice.
I suppose that's one way to do
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Wait, but I think that if a man sleeps with a woman and then asks her body count and acts like it matters to him, he's out the window. I
Fair
think
enough.
that is just
Fair
garbage.
play. Fair play. Fair play.
Wait,
Well-
what's gross?
So let's say a man sleeps with a woman
Uh-huh.
and he has this, idea in his head, or I shouldn't say, idea in his head. If he has this, if he's, has the motive to be in a expectation of being in a long term or looking for a long term thing,
Yeah.
and he sleeps with a woman and then asks what her body count is because it matters to him, shame on him.
How
Because
is
he
that?
didn't-
Wait, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He did the deed because he wants a long term thing with you, as you say. What does it matter if he asks you beforehand or after? I don't get it. What does it matter?
Asks what her body count is because it matters to him, shame on him. Because he didn't, then she probably would not have done what she did if she knew
Is that
his
if that's like a?
opinion on it.
Oh, sorry.
Not necessarily, but
No, that
If
argument
that's the
doesn't.
biggest pre-qualifier, I think that's like I said, the most novice and immature pre-qualifier
It's not-
ever.
it's
What-
immature to
it's
care
not-
about a woman's promiscuity.
Immediately, and promiscuity, as in like how long ago is that past and present,
No,
future,
no.
whatever. But like,
Doesn't
why aren't
matter.
you thinking about like how is she in public? How does she treat you? How does she?
Because there's no reason. There's no. If she can treat you as well as she wants to, but if she's a hoe, she's a hoe. Why would you want to date her? That's why.
Like how is she in public? How does she treat you? How does she
Doesn't matter.
speak to her family? Does she even like those things are so much more important, and you can't just get everything hashed out in one date. So that's why I think like the first date, that does not make sense.
Just be with someone that has the same values that you. Some men want a freak that has a ton of experience. Some want a little innocent virgin. If they don't like who you are, don't be with them. Don't feel personalized. Just move on. Like, honestly, like it's really like not. It's only as deep as you make it. And if you want to put your value as a human being on your body count, that's on you.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If people want to do that
But I
to
think
you
it's dumb.
and you take their opinion to heart, that's
Yeah,
on
but so
you.
many women have a serious issue with this being a preference that men have.
I get that.
A lot of women, a couple women at the
Find
stable
a man
have
that
it.
doesn't.
Do you know? Do
The
you know that your
Wait,
What-
before I have you go, did you get to give your take on this?
Oh, I think body
Like if
counts.
a guy asked,
I wouldn't care.
on the-
No.
Okay.
I think it's
Oh,
important.
okay.
I think it's about self-respect for yourself. They want to know you respect yourself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the last answer. It's not necessarily about being funny or being, how can I say this, being full of shit, right? But I do think as a stepping stone to something that's more longer term, you would obviously need to know that, especially in this day and age, right? It's disgusting to see how promiscuous most or some modern women have gotten. And for the decent guys out there, it's now very hard to find a decent woman that matches them, and vice versa as well, right? You get a few shitty guys as well. We're not picking any sides here. It is what it is. Society as a whole has degraded, and that you can blame it on social media. You can blame it on platforms like OnlyFans and whatnot. You can blame it on those things, but ultimately, it's just the degradation of moral values and ethics. Really, there's nothing really we can do to it except just keep our heads right. Keep a cool and calm head. Stick by your morals, stick by your ethics, and make the best decisions you can possibly make. And if you screw up, and you move on. Ladies and gents, make sure you subscribe, make sure your post notifications are turned on, and as per usual, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.